I made this as a painting activity for my grandma and I, however I still made this too complicated. So sit back and watch, or maybe you also want to paint a flower scene after this, who knows. I tried to make it simple by painting a 3-color background and blending it with a big paintbrush that you find at a hardware store. Then I added clusters of colorful dots and blended those out to look like flowers in the distance. I used a round brush to apply a brown grayish color to map out where I wanted the clouds. Then I added whites and also some pink and orange to look like a little sunset, and then I blended that down to look cohesive with the background. I went back in with a flat brush to add some highlights and color, just to add some dimension and contrast. Here's where I add the majority of the stems and the leaves. I used different sized brushes and also a palette knife with different colors so it didn't all just look the same. Once I'm happy with that, I went in with painting my flowers. I used a flat brush with purple, white, and a little bit of blue for the lilac. I tried to put the majority of the flowers on stems I already painted, but I added more in the end, so it didn't really matter. I used another flat brush for the poppy, but this time with yellow, orange, and red. Depending on where you put paint on your paintbrush, you'll see different colors come through when you're painting. I'm definitely not the best at this style of painting, but it's nice and relaxing, and I thought it would be easy and fun for my grandma to do as well. Which, like I said, I made it way too complicated, but she did have fun. I had put on a painting party like they did for her in the care home, but oh my gosh, it is so much more difficult and stressful than I anticipated. Everyone was having fun, I was just sweating buckets, but anyways. Here's the part where I added extra stems in the background just because I think it needed the height. Some of them overlap the flowers, but that's okay because it's a flower field and that's what flowers do. It's not for sale or anything, it's in my living room and I stare at it every single day and I'm very happy with it. But I think it's relatively easy to do at home if you don't have a huge painting background and you just want to relax and paint something pretty. Because why not? If you have any questions, comment down below, and if you like this video, then subscribe for more. Thank you and bye!